Looking after customers was a lesson I learned at a very early age. Our neighbour over the back fence was a Mr. Tapley. At the age of 8, I knocked on Mr. Tapley's door doing Bob a job for the Cub Scouts, and he let me rake his gravel driveway. Then he offered me a job, ongoing. I would rake the drive, pull weeds, anything else he asked. He paid me 2 shillings a week, just 20 cents in modern terms, but not bad for a kid. In those days, you could buy a decent block of Cadbury chocolate for 2 shillings. It doubled my pocket money. I learned a lot from Mr. Tapley, particularly one summer's day when I must have been about 10. The gravel drive did not need work, and there was not much else on, so he asked me to carry some rubbish to the incinerator. On checking the job afterwards, he found some leaves and branches that had fallen along the way. He told me, "If you're not going to do it properly, I might as well do it myself." Mr. Tapley was a gentle man who never raised his voice in all the years I knew him. Perhaps that's why I still remember so vividly my shame and the determination never again to let him down. About this time, I began mowing the family lawn with our push mower, which was not easy. The backyard had a fair slope to it, and twigs from the trees were forever jamming the blades. Later on, I also mowed for a neighbour across the road. Like Mr. Tapley, he was a gentleman, very kind to me as a troubled youngster. My mother said that he had been in a POW camp for Polish officers and suffered terribly, though I never asked him about it. Everything I knew about gardening I learnt from my customers, but I never learnt more than from those 2 good men, especially my passion for customers, the upset I feel even now when one of them has been let down. This had nothing to do, of course, with my intended career. An early ambition was to be a doctor, then a vet. I got on better with animals than with people, and at one time even a science fiction writer. Never at any time a business owner, and least of all a gardener.